Well, let's get started for kids yoga class today. So everybody can take your seat on your pillow. We're gonna sit up nice and tall. And we'll start with our hello song. So repeating after me, hello there. This is the yoga way.
This is the yoga way.
To greet our friends we say.
To greet our friends we say.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Moving to Om circles, inhaling your arms overhead. Hands touch, exhale, hands down to your heart. 2 more times. Inhale up. Hands touch, exhale down to your heart. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Now for Om. So we'll do A-O, Inhale up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, all together. Releasing your hands, feeling the vibrations in your body, and taking 2 minutes for silent seconds. So finding stillness in your body, maybe closing your eyes. Starting now. Breathing in, breathing out. Taking 30 more seconds, sitting up a little bit taller, sliding your shoulders down your back, listening to your breathing, moving in and moving out. And taking one last breath, breathing in, filling up your belly, Sniff in. Hold the breath. And then blow it all out. And coming back to your seat. We're gonna find our piece of paper today. So everybody grab your paper. And we're just gonna do a little exercise. So first of all, I'm just gonna have you move your sheet of paper, hold one corner of it, and then just let it move from side to side. So see how the paper just naturally moves because you're creating wind with the paper, right? It sort of comes behind your fingers. It's almost like it's floating around. And then we're gonna bring the piece of paper in front of our face, and I want you to blow on the paper. So take a deep breath in and see if you can blow the paper up. And see how the paper rises now with your breathing. So take a couple more tries. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath blow. And take a rest and take a deep breath in and blow. And each time you do it, see if you can blow the piece of paper so it's blowing longer and higher in front of you. So let's try it one more time. Holding your paper up, take a deep breath in and blow. Excellent. That's tiring, isn't it? It takes a lot of breath to blow a piece of paper open and up off. It's much easier just to swing the paper side to side. So let's do that again. Hold your paper and just watch your paper with your eyes go side and over to the other side. Nice job. All right, so let's put our paper down. And we're going to warm up the body today with our sun salutations. So everybody come to standing on your mats. We're gonna stand at the front of our mat, stand up nice and tall, and start in your mountain pose. So everybody show me a nice tall mountain. Strong legs, strong arms, puffing out your chest a little bit, tucking your tailbone and reaching the top of your head up to the ceiling. So arms are strong, legs are strong. So sun salutation, we'll inhale, arms rise. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Step back into plank pose. Lower down to the floor. Release and find upward dog. Count for 3 breaths here. 1, 2, 3. And lower belly to the floor. Nose touches the floor. Tuck your toes. Press into your hands. Rise through plank. And downward dog. Lifting your hips up to the sky. Shaking out your head left and right. Hips rise a little bit higher for 3, 2, 1. And walking your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, forward fold. Or rise to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise up high to the sky. Look to your fingers and stretch. Exhale, hands come down to your sides. All right, 2 more sun salutations. Ready? Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands to the mat. Step back for plank. Lower down. Rise for upward dog. Taking 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Lower down to the floor. Tuck your toes. Push up for plank. Hips up and back for downward dog. Taking 3 nice big breaths here. Shaking out your head side to side. 3, 2, 1. Walking or jumping to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping arms up high to the sky, looking at your fingertips. Exhale, arms to your sides, mountain pose. All right, you ready? Sun salutations. 1 more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands to the floor. Step back or jump for plank. Belly down to the floor. Inhale, rise for upward dog. Taking 3 breaths here. 3, 2, 1. Lower down to the floor. Tuck your toes. Push up for a push-up. Plank. And downward dog for 3 more breaths. 1, 2, 3. Walk or jump your feet forward to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale to fold. Sweep your arms out to the sides and rise all the way up to standing. Fingers touch high overhead. Exhale, hands down to your sides. Let's dance those shoulders back and forth. So raising one high and the other. Stretching side to side, dancing them back and forth. And then adding your head, so adding a little bit of a wiggle back and forth. Feeling like you're a little bit of a slinky here. And then we're gonna shift and go look over to your right and over to your left. So starting to bring your hands into this big wave, moving side to side. And then coming back to center, back to your tall mountain pose. And we're going to try a new one today. So we're going to move from mountain to flamingo pose. So flamingos are those pink birds, right? And they usually stand out in the water, and they're usually standing on one leg. So we're going to press down with our left foot into the floor and lift your right knee up off the ground. So first, I want you to just keep one hand on each of your thighs, and we're going to balance here. So you're going to find a 90-degree angle with your knee and a 90-degree angle with your foot. So let's pause and see if we can breathe here. Nice and tall for 3 more breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Lowering that foot down to the ground, back into the mud, and other side. Let's pretend we're a flamingo on the right side. So left knee high. Both hands are still on your thighs. Standing up a little bit taller, anchoring your standing foot into the ground. And breathing for 3 more times. 3, 2, and 1. Lower that foot down to the floor. Let's lift the hands high to the sky and grow wings out to the side. So we're gonna bend our knees, lower the hands, and then sweep up tall like we're flapping our wings. So pretend you have really big wings. We're gonna bend the knees, lower hands, maybe you can touch the floor. And then sweep up your arms up to the sky as you stand up tall. Swing your arms down, flap your wings, touch the floor, and flap up tall again. And one more time, flapping your wings down. And sweeping up tall. And hands come back down to your sides. So eagles have really big wings, right? So let's try eagle pose. So this is another balancing one. So let's bring that right knee high again. Except this time, I want you to take your toes and your knee, I want you to cross your leg. And maybe you can even tuck your toes behind your calf. And you can place your hands on top of your knee and sit down like you're sitting in a chair. So this is a good balance pose. If you fall out, just try it again and see if you can really anchor that foot. If this is easy for you, you can open your arms up wide and practice your arms in different positions. So maybe you want your arms wide, your arms high, or your arms low. All right, let's come out. So reaching that knee high again, and we'll plant that foot down to the ground, walking out your feet back and forth. All right, ready for the other side? Eagle, lifting your left knee high. We're going to take the left knee, wrap it around the right leg. Maybe your foot sticks out to the side, or maybe you can tuck your toes behind your calf. Again, we're going to practice balancing and sitting down, bending your knees, and pausing here, maybe looking at one spot on the floor or on the wall so you can concentrate better. And if this is easy, you can try different arms. So maybe your arms come to the sides, maybe they come out, or maybe they come really high. And then when you're ready, we'll come standing, bring that knee back up, and lower it down to the floor. All right, dancing out your feet, walking your feet back and forth, shaking out one foot and then the other. And let's come back into our flapping wings pose. So we're gonna bring the arms high overhead, standing tall, and then bend your knees, fly your hands down to the mat, fingers touch. And then inhale, sweeping up high to the sky. So just pretend you're flapping your wings again, bending the knees and rising high. A couple more times. And maybe even sound like the wind is moving through your feathers as you flap up and down. All right, rising high, fingers look up, gaze looks up, and then arms down to your sides, finding mountain pose. All right, today with all of this balance work, we're going to try a little bit more challenging pose. So this one is called Bird of Paradise. And it's another balancing pose. So today we'll just maybe start and show you the steps to do Bird of Paradise, and you can continue to practice it at home. So again, we're going to start with planting the left leg into the mat. And we're going to bring the right toes onto the ground in front of us. We're going to raise the arms overhead. And then we're going to make a circle around with the arms. So, right hand comes to the top of the right knee, and the left arm is going to come around. You see my hand here? It's wiggling on the other side. I'm now going to bend down and reach my right hand under my knee and grab my left hand. So my two hands are clasped. And then I'm going to balance and slowly stand up tall and hug that leg as I raise the leg up. So I'm standing, holding my leg. Now from here you can just practice balance, or you can start to straighten that leg. And there you have the Bird of Paradise. And if you get off balance, you can just try again, or you can straighten your leg and come back, lower the toes back down to the floor, and release your arms. Yay! All right, stretching high. Take a couple of breaths to rest, shake it all out. And let's try it on the other side. Ready? So we're going to plant your right foot on the ground, and your left toes, you're going to just tap the toes on the ground so your heel is off the ground. All right, left hand on top of your left thigh. Right arm comes out, and we're going to wrap it around us behind the back so you can see it wiggling behind me. Now I'm going to take my right arm out and wrap it under my knee, under my thigh, and match my hands. This is called a bind. And then I'm going to slowly lift up to standing. I'm going to bring my knee with me. And today, you might just stop here. You might just decide, this is as far as I want to go. And that's okay. You might just lower your leg down and come out. Now, for the rest of you, if you want to continue and try it, let's come back down, grab your leg, and then come up to balance and straighten that leg as much as you can. Excellent. Oops, and sometimes you lose our balance and you just start over and you try again. All right, lower the leg down and come back and shake out. I see somebody has a question. Min, what's your question?
Well, I need to tell you something.
Okay.
I can't get my arm all the way over to the other arm when we do like that part.
Okay.
When you get it through the arm kind of thing.
Do you want to just,
Mine.
why don't you come down to kneeling? Do you want to try it like this first? Yeah, move your camera a little bit and we'll try it here, because you can do it just sitting if you want. So same knee and same hand, right? Let's see. Yep, pretty So you're gonna reach, let's start from the beginning. So right hand, right knee, and then you're gonna reach your right arm forward and thread it through underneath. And I'm gonna look at the floor. My other hand is gonna come up and I'm gonna bend my wrist and hold my hand. So this is a good starting point to practice the first part of Bird of Paradise. All right, so let's do that with the other side too. All right, well, let's try the other side and see how that goes. All right, so left hand and left knee. So we're going to start and bend, lower down. You're going to extend your left hand out. Your right arm is going to come behind, and then you're going to take your left hand and thread it underneath your knee, and then match your hands. So when you do this, you're circling your arms. And then if you're good, you can come back out. So that is called a bind. Yeah, you guys have it.
Okay. It takes practice. Some sides are easy.
I think there's a trick. You have to put your head way down and put your elbow under your leg too.
Yes. Yes, that is definitely helpful. You kind of have to wiggle your body around so that way you can get your arms under your knee. All right. So let's go ahead and try a couple of easier poses. So we have, do you want to go, but let's try our pose that we did before, which was crow pose. So you can come into like a yogi squat to start. So everybody come on your tiptoes and bending your knees. And the crow pose, we're going to take two hands and place them exactly 12 to 18 inches in front of our feet on the mat. Perfect, man. You've been practicing this one. That's a great job. So you're going to extend your hips up a little bit higher and bring your elbows to the tops of your biceps on the upper part of your arms. And then you're gonna lean your head a little bit forward. And from here, you might just lift one toe off the ground, put it back down, lift the other toe off the ground, put it back. And you might just practice lifting your toes off the ground. Or maybe you can try both of your toes off the ground at the same time. And then you can practice staying there for a little bit longer and focusing and practicing your balance. And then slowly come back out. And we'll move our hands in circles back and forth so that we can rest our wrists. All right, so that is another bird pose called crow pose. It's a very good for balance. Now, let's move into pigeon. So come into tabletop to start. So hands and knees on the ground, on your yoga mat. And we're going to arch the back up high to the ceiling, tuck the chin, look to your belly button for cat pose. And then lower your belly, look to the ceiling for cow. A couple of more times, cat and cow pose. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then back to center, finding a flat back. Pigeon pose. We're going to extend the right leg back straight behind us. So this is actually bird dog. So we'll do a little bird dog stretch. So right leg straight, left arm straight for bird dog. And then we'll lower down the hand. And we're gonna bring the right knee forward. And we're gonna sit on that knee. So we're going to do heart-centered pigeon today, which means that your heart is opening and beaming out to the front and to the sides. So if you want, you can keep your hands on the mat to your front, or you can balance a little bit higher, facing your hands forward. Square your shoulders, and we're going to pause and hold this shape. We're gonna count in this shape for, let's see if we can do a count of 6 today. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's raise those arms, flap the wings up to the ceiling, fly your hands back down to the mat, place your hands in front of you, and we're gonna lift that knee up straight, and we're gonna straighten the leg behind us. So reach high with the toes, lifting them up to the ceiling. And then bring your knee back to table. Hands and knees under your shoulders and hips. Cat and cow 2 more times. In and out. Moving the spine. And then other side. So left foot reaches back straight. Reach with your toes. Right hand reaches forward, finding your bird dog, stretching apart, and then lowering your hand to the mat, bringing your left knee forward, straightening the right leg behind you, and then coming into pigeon. So again, you can either keep your hands a couple of inches in front of your knee, looking to the floor a couple of feet in front of you, or you can sit up a little bit taller, stretching the thighs, stretching your arms to the sides, palms forward. And you're going to squeeze everything into the center. So you're squeezing your legs to help you stay here. So what did we do on the other side? I think we did 6 breaths. So let's see if we can do 6 breaths on this side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's stretch the arms. High fingertips reach to the ceiling. Lower your wings. Hands come back down to the floor, or press the hands into the mat. And then lift that left knee. Lifting your toes, stretching back as far as you can to stretch your back and stretch your leg. And then bend the knee, come back to tabletop. Finding your cat and cow stretch. One direction and then the other. One more time, cat and cow. And then let's move the hips back for child's pose. Arms are straight, hips come to your heels, and we're gonna lower the forehead down to the mat. So taking a nice rest here, resting your hands, resting your body, and just noticing what it feels like to relax everything down to the mat. Taking a nice deep breath in and a nice deep breath out. Let's do that again. Taking a nice deep breath in and a nice deep breath out. And then slowly raising your forehead. We'll walk the hands back to the knees. And we're going to twist side to side. So let's bring our arms out wide. And you can twist right and you can twist left. So you can go as slow as you want here, or you can go much, much faster. So side to side, finding that twist in your back. And then bring your hands down to your knees, down to the floor. So we're gonna do a low twist, right and left. And then let's move up and do a high twist. So bring your arms up high, twist to the right, and a high twist to the left. All right, side to side, coming high and high and high, and then back to center when we'll float the arms all the way back down to our laps. Lifting your shoulders up to your ears and rolling them back. 2 more times, lift the shoulders and back. Last time, up and back, and then we'll do 3 times rolling the shoulders forward. So lifting them high, rolling shoulders forward. 2 more times. And last one. And then wiggle and shake everything out. Shake out your arms and shake out your legs. Come back to sit on, and then we'll shake out one leg and one arm, and with the other leg and the other arm. Right and left, and right and left. Excellent. Nice job with all of those poses. Let's come back to our meditation or yoga cushion. Let's come back to our tall seat. And I want you to just check in with your body and notice where your breath is moving right now. Does it feel like it's all scattered and moving all around? Or does it feel like your breath is just coming in and rising and lowering back down? So just taking a moment and noticing. Maybe your breath is lifting your shoulders, or your belly, or your heart. Has anybody asked you if you could go and take 5 minutes? 5 minutes, or take 5, is somebody telling you that it might be nice to take a break from what you are doing. So when somebody says take 5, one way you can interpret this is you can bring up your hand and you can count 5 to 5 as you breathe in and as you breathe out. So let's try that together. So let's all take a nice deep inhale together. And we're gonna think 5, And then exhale everything out for the same 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So as you slowly breathe in, you're going to count to 5. And as you slowly breathe out, we're going to count to 5. So let's try that again. Slowly breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And slowly breathing out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you can either do this with your fingers or you can just do it in your mind. So let's try it in our minds one last time. So breathing in, breathing out. So this is an exercise that you can use when you're upset or when you're angry or when you need to take a break. It's very easy just to count to 5. Usually the hard part is maybe stepping away or going in the other room or going outside so that you can take a break. By doing this, you can help yourself become peaceful and more calm. So that is one of our little breathing exercises for today. And now we're going to move into our chanting. So we'll do 1 minute of sa, ta, na, ma. So using your fingers, so thumb and first finger for sa, thumb and second finger, ta, thumb and third finger for na, and thumb and pinky for ma. All right, so we'll do this for 1 minute. And everybody ready? Taking a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and we'll start. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Wonderful. Everybody can get their blankets and their pillows now, and we'll move into imagination time. So getting yourself comfortable, wrapping yourself up, getting all nice and cozy. You can place a washcloth over your eyes. You can lean against the couch and just make yourself comfortable wherever you are. So this guided meditation is called the birds. And I see that somebody has a question. Yes? I can hear you.
When you mute all the kids except for one, to me in here it feels like
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope you can hear me for the story time. All right?
Okay.
Okay. So everybody getting comfortable, and we'll start with the story about the birds today. So this is a time when you can use your imagination. You can explore the colors and the sounds and listen to what comes to you. So today in your garden, it is very tranquil and quiet. I can smell the scent of the flowers. The sun is high in the heavens, and the blue of the sky is light and delicate. The huge trees cast a protecting shade for the young plants, which are struggling to grow. As you go down your garden path, you will become aware of the birds calling to each other. The birds are from all countries, and they have every single color of the rainbow. The crow is busy laughing at the other crows, and the sparrows are darting and chattering about. There are plenty of parrots around screeching to each other. There are smooth white parrots with little yellow crests on the top of their heads. These are the cockatoos. There are others that are pink and gray and white. They are always fluffing up the feathers on their crown, and they are galas. And there are those who are very striking indeed, with their green, red, blue, orange, and yellow feathers. And they are called rosellas. Now, I can see the flamingos coming. They are such funny creatures with those really skinny legs and the bright pink feathers all over their bodies, and their really long necks and big beaks. They move along swiftly, and they love having bits of bread given to them. Perhaps you could feed them by hand. I think the two names of them are Heckle and Jekyll. The peacock is coming now, very proudly showing off his feathers. The tail feathers make the most beautiful fan with colors of shining green and purple. The peacock loves to show off. He knows how beautiful he looks, and he wants everybody to look at him. Now there are two white doves circling overhead, looking for a place to land. One of them has decided to use the top of your head as her landing post. She is now giving a nibble to your ear as a way to tell you thank you for being here. There are many, many birds meeting in your garden today. Maybe you see some of the birds that we did the poses about today. Maybe you see an eagle. Maybe you see some pigeons. Maybe you see the bird of paradise. Maybe you'll get a gift from each of the birds. Maybe they'll give you a feather to remember this special time. As you keep walking, you get to see all the other cool birds along on your walk. So taking a few moments to look around and see what other things are in your garden today. And as you look around, you notice all of the plants in the garden. You notice all of the big trees. You notice the blue sky. And you notice the big sun overhead. So coming back to your yoga mat now. Maybe stretching your arms high up to the ceiling, wiggling your fingers, and then bending your knees, hugging your knees into your chest, maybe rocking from side to side, side to side, and then you can roll up to a seated position. Coming up, coming back onto your pillow cushion, sitting up tall, coming back into the room, maybe grounding your hands into your lap. And we'll just dance the shoulders back and forth again, and then twist the arms side to side, coming back into the body. And closing out class today with our poem and our goodbye song. Do you have something? No? Okay. So the poem is repeat after me. May I be safe and loved. May I be happy and healthy.
May I be happy and healthy.
May I be kind and caring.
May I be kind and caring.
And may I know that all is well.
And may I know that all is well.
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now.
The time has come today
The time has come today
to end our yoga play.
to end our yoga day.
Namaste.
Namaste.
All right, good work everybody today. Good job. That was a fun class. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves and tried some new poses. And I hope you'll join me again next time. Thanks for coming.
Okay, this is our last class.